I got a phone call from a client today saying, hey, 45 minutes satellite downlink. How long is it going to take to edit these two shots together? And I said, well, that totally depends on whether or not I can make this trick work in Final Cut 10. And I am now going to show you how it works. So essentially what we have is we have two cameras coming in remotely. Camera 1 will be like New York or something like that. And then the camera 2 is coming in from, I believe, Stamford, Connecticut. So we got the two feeds here. What we want it to look like, however, I'm going to go up to a little sample file here, is something like this. Title, the names, and we have the two feeds coming in. Now, these two shots are actually my friend Peter and I face-to-face in one of the edit suites. Back there you can see John Lewis editing. He's actually working. We're screwing around. In reality, these are going to be two people looking right at camera, but this is just two guys screwing around with their iPhone. So that's what we want it to look like. But we want that to be one of the sources in a multicam, because not only do I want to have this shot, but I also want to have this shot, and I want to have this shot. So it's a three-camera kind of look that I want to have, or three sources. And I want to put them all in a multicam. So the question is, can I put this composite into the multicam? And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So over here in the Photoshop, I created a PNG, a couple of layers and some text and stuff, and I saved it out as a PNG. So I have the PNG file is right here, and I'm going to drop that over my two cameras, but you see I don't quite have it right yet. We're going to stretch this out, make it the right length, and then I'm going to do a little math here. If I select both of my clips, I know that I want them both to be 50% size, so I'm going to go to the scale, type in 50, and hit enter. And I actually happen to know, because I've done this before, I want to take the X position of Peter's feed and type -140, and I want to take the X position of my feed and type +140. So I'm kind of cheating there. And no, this is not framed wrong. These are just two guys that don't know how to run camera, framing them very poorly. There's no more picture to save. Although, I could technically bring these down if I to do something like this, but I don't. Yeah, see, I don't have another pixel left. At any rate, this is going to be one of my feeds in my multicam. So the question then becomes, how do I make this compound clip be part of the multicam? Now, remember here, I started with a compound clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my compound clip, which is called double box, and I'm going to drag it into the keyword collection where my other camera shots are. So I have my double box, I have camera 1, and I have camera 2. So now that they're all in one keyword collection, I can highlight them all, right-click, and say, give me a new multicam clip. Now, the multicam clip is going to ask me to name it. So I'm going to call this, I don't know, I'll call it the three shots. Let's call it that. I don't know why I'm calling it. And so there it is. In my event, I also now have the multicam, which is called three shots. Now, I hadn't planned on doing this, but I'm going to do something here. I'm going to make a new smart collection. And my new smart collection is going to be called Multicams Multipass. Okay. And if I double click on that and I say I want to add a rule for clip type being multicams, and now my multicam will appear in the Multicam Smart Clip. A little bonus there for you, team. So if I double click on this guy, I can see all the sources of my multicam. Now I really want to have the feed of me be camera 1 because I'm just that self-centered. I want to have the feed of Peter to be camera 2, and I want to have the multicam, which is a compound clip, or not the multicam, but the two shot, which is a compound clip, which is indicated right there, be one of my feeds. So there I have camera 3, camera 2, camera 1. Got them all. Very cool. Now at this point, I am going to make one more compound clip, new compound clip, and I'm going to call this my show. We'll call it version 1, and we'll click OK. Now, if I double click on that guy, there should be nothing in it. True enough, I go to my 3 shot, and I'm going to hit the letter E to put that into my compound clip, and that's getting kind of complicated here because remember, camera 3 is a compound clip. Camera 1 and 2 are just camera feeds, but we've put the compound clip into the multicam clip, and we've put the entire multicam clip back into another compound clip called My Show version 1. Are you following? It's a little weird. But what we have now, if I right-click here, I can pick the audio source I want for my multicam. If I right-click here, I can pick the video source that I want to start with. I'm going to start with camera 1 because, once again, I am just that self-centered. I'm going to rewind my little show here to input 1 to the beginning of the timeline. And bear with me, this is only 30 seconds long. So if I hit play, I can start switching my multicam show. So we're going to hit play. Ready, camera 2.
Awesome.
Take 2.
Yeah.
Ready, 2 shot.
How you been?
Take 2.
What you been working on?
What
Ready,
have I
camera
been
2.
working on?
Going to Vegas?
Yes,
Take 2.
I am.
Ready, camera 1.
Funny you should ask because
Take
I'm going
1.
to Vegas.
Ready, 2.
All right. Well,
Take
hey,
2.
that was a great show.
Ready, 2 shot.
Awesome.
Take
And
Thanks
we'll
for
do it
having
again
me.
next time.
Thanks.
Ready,
Anytime.
2.
All
Take
right,
2.
later,
Ready,
dude.
1. Take 1.
And stuff.
Obviously, I could do that better, but that is the essence of how you can put a compound clip in a multicam clip, put all of that in another compound clip, and cut between your 3 views. So basically, my word back to the client was, yeah, I think we can cut your piece in the amount of time we have. So that's my new trick. Mind blown. Later.